From the Athens Tech Studios, this is the Athens News Podcast. Local news you can use about Athens and Clarke County, all in 7 minutes. And now, here are your top stories.
Hello and welcome to the Athens News Podcast. I'm Melissa Carter. Questions surrounding the welfare of live game mascots sparked by the recent passing of UGA 10. Also, don't miss the inspiring story of two local musicians challenging the notion that success means leaving Athens. But first, here are your top stories brought to you by Drake Realty. A teacher at Cedar Shoals High School is under investigation by police after school officials became aware of allegations that the teacher engaged in inappropriate conduct involving students. The teacher, who has not been publicly identified, was placed on administrative leave. The investigation was turned over to Athens-Clarke police detectives. The district reported it could not comment any further on the matter, but it took appropriate measures to deal with the allegations. Athens-Clarke Police Lieutenant Jody Thompson said that detectives are still interviewing persons in the matter. This from the Athens Banner-Herald. Athens-Clarke County Mayor Kelly Girtz recently attended his inaugural United States Conference of Mayors winter meeting earlier this month. Engaged with mayors nationwide, Girtz discussed various projects and had the honor of meeting White House officials, including Vice President Kamala Harris. Girtz and other mayors delved into discussions on housing, mental health, voting access, the advent of self-driving vehicles, and the potential for high-speed rail. Girtz also shared insights into the $8.2 billion federal package planning high-speed rail networks across the nation. Athens could be part of a proposed route from Atlanta to Charlotte, an idea met with excitement by Mayor Girtz. This from the Red and Black. In a town hall meeting at the ACC Library last week, 5 Points residents voiced their concerns over Airbnb party houses. ACC Assistant Planning Director Bruce Loney presented a proposal to regulate short-term rentals. If passed, the ordinance will create a short-term rental coordinator position and a database to enforce regulations. Meanwhile, ACC PD Chief Jerry Salters reported a general decrease in crime except for theft, fraud, and DUI. Traffic engineer Tim Griffith addressed speeding with a new traffic management program, and pedestrian safety also took the stage with former Commissioner Russell Edwards questioning road safety measures. Chief Salters mentioned an abnormal spike in fatalities last year when it came to pedestrian safety, suggesting some may have been suicides. This from Athens Politics Nerd.
It pays to know your doctor. It pays to know your lawyer. And now more than ever, it pays to know your local real estate professional. Hi, I'm Jeffrey Drake with Drake Realty, and we have 7 offices in the metro Atlanta area, including 2 right here in Cobb County and 1 at Lake Oconee. I'm the proud leader of over 700 agents here in Georgia, and we pride ourselves in professional service, whether you are the buyer or the seller. Drake Realty makes the home buying process seamless from contract to close. Our agents are a little different. They're not pushing for the quick sale and close. They are pushing for the best price and terms for their client. In other words, Drake Realty fights for you. Now's the time to buy that dream home, vacation home, or new home your family deserves. A lot of real estate agents talk big. Let my team at Drake Realty prove they will fight for you. I'm Jeffrey Drake, and I'd be honored to have my team serve you. Visit us online at drakerealty.com. And remember, it's not how quick you sell or buy, it's what the deal provides for your future.
Achieve more with Athens Tech. At Athens Technical College, their programs can connect you with in-demand and high-paying careers.
I graduated from Athens Tech in May and started my job 2 weeks later. I had the job before I left, thanks to my professor, and just focusing on growing my career.
As far as Athens Tech, I think I've been a member of the advisory panel for 10 years now, and it's been an awesome experience.
I'm currently going to Athens Tech. I started out as an accounting major. I've finished all my accounting classes and then switched over to the culinary and baking program.
My name is Alex Lang. I'm an electromechanical engineering student. This is my second year at Athens Tech, and I graduate in December. The long-term goal is to work for the railroad, whether that be Norfolk Southern or CSX.
Achieve more with Athens Tech. Find out more at athenstech.edu.
From the Red and Black's Facebook page, at UGA, the iconic bulldog UGA generates substantial revenue, contributing to the university's $169 million in sports income. However, there is some concern over the welfare of the animals being at live games, with the suggestion of live streaming UGA into the stadium and broadening breeding practices of that lineage. Steve Saylor said, personal nutrition plan, an entire portion of the vet school committed to his care, private vehicle, climate-controlled and soundproof house on the sideline. Just how is a dog supposed to survive in these deplorable conditions? Ian Snyder responded, that dog lives better than most humans, and in return, he only has to show up to 14 games a year. If you're worried about abuse, worry about humans. And Eric Olson said, you're spitting in the wind, friend. Uga lives better than some of the people who hang out around Chick-fil-A and Cutters. Over the weekend, Georgia Bulldogs and proud alumni marked a momentous occasion as the University of Georgia, which is the birthplace of public higher education in the U.S., celebrated its 239th birthday. Founded in 1785 with a charter from the state, UGA holds the distinction of being the first state-chartered public university in the nation. Although it started admitting students in 1801, a few years after the University of North Carolina, the university's site was chosen in Athens 16 years earlier, earning it the title of the oldest university in the country. UGA continues to shine, securing the 16th spot in the U.S. News & World Report rankings for the best public universities in the nation. This from 11 Alive. In sports from Dog Nation and the Red and Black, Washington's Stephanie Dang shot 3 under 69 to win the Lady Bulldog Invitational Saturday in Athens. She won by a stroke over Georgia's Katarina Dawn. In basketball, the UGA men's team lost to Florida in overtime on Saturday, 102-98, and Georgia hockey is back in the win column after their 2-1 victory over Auburn this weekend. And finally, local hip-hop artists Motorhead 2X and Quasi Poet are challenging the beliefs that musicians need to flock to Atlanta for career breakthroughs. Having signed with HBN Entertainment in 2023, they're on a mission to showcase the talent in Athens. Presenting the first annual Rap City event at Cine Lab on February 10th, the duo invites fellow Athens artists to shine on stage. Sponsored by HBN, the showcase offers a chance for aspiring hip-hop talents to perform in front of label owner Hitman Sammy Sam, alongside legends like Kilo Ali and Raheem the Dream. A cash prize awaits the standout performer, along with the coveted opportunity to feature on a track with HBN's roster of recording artists. To join the Rap City Showcase, text PERFORMANCE to 470-465-3242. This from the Athens Banner-Herald.
Thanks for listening to the Athens News Podcast. Make sure you subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
This podcast is a production of BG Ad Group. All rights reserved.
This podcast aggregate content from other sources for informational purposes and is in no way trying to infringe on the copyrights or businesses of any other entities. All content posted up on the site is used under the Fair Use Copyright Law 107. All audio, media, and articles are copyrighted to the original owners. All audio on this podcast are embedded from YouTube.com and are owned by their respective copyright owners. No audio information are copyrighted or stored on our servers. The court ruled that linking or embedding copyrighted videos is not copyright infringement, even if the source video was uploaded without permission. However, we will gladly remove any audio clip upon valid request from respective copyright owners. Any owners also have the option to disable embedding his YouTube videos on other websites. News and press articles are owned by the respective copyright owners. Where possible, the appropriate accreditation or source of the article is given on the same page. The audio-video files on the site are for listening purposes only. Downloading of these files to one's computer is strictly prohibited. They are owned by the respective copyright owners. If it is in the organization's belief that the usage or specific content used on our site containing copyrighted knowledge conflicts with authorized use and or does not comply with fair use as described in the context, contact us through our contact page and we will remove the offending content immediately. Thanks for listening to the Athens News Podcast.